Hi, I'm Anika Fassett. I manage compliance for Hillsdale Athletics, and I'm here with Coach Kurt Kirner, who's the head women's swimming coach, who's in his 18th season leading the Chargers. So we just want to get into a preseason overview, so thanks for being here.
I appreciate you for having me.
Yeah. So last season, runner-up conference finish, 2 NCAA qualifiers, and an All-American in Megan Clifford. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it was a great year for us. We have a couple of people who really lead the team in Elise and Megan, so we're looking forward to having them as seniors this year. Megan's coming back as a captain, and it's just going to be a really great year to finish off their careers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then you have Mason, who is a 2-time co-swimmer of the meet, and Isabel Andrasek, who was freshman of the meet last year at the conference championship. So what's the key to seeing them improve their times, and how do we get the most out of these 3, including Clifford, in the upcoming season? And who else are you keeping an eye on to be big contributors?
Well, you know, each season we try to do a few new things. We try to find a little bit different approaches. If you do the same thing all the time, it gets a little stale. So essentially the training is about the same. We try to see where they're at when they start and then try to accelerate them. We'll start off, actually last spring, we finished off with some skill drills, some different things than what I've done in the past. And we had more of an emphasis where they get to choose the types of strokes that they want to work on. Well, we're going to take that and bring that forward into the fall here. And the idea is that now they pretty much focus in on 1 or 2 of those strokes. So that'll help. I also have this new, I came upon it over the summer, this mental toughness pyramid. And I'm going to try to have a little bit more structured way of putting together kind of, you know, it's interesting because I notice that even with the best swimmers, sometimes they get these doubts in really highly competitive situations. And we really need to try to put forth some type of structure which, you know, allows them to be able to control those controllables and ignore the uncontrollables. So I'm looking at implementing that also. So between those couple of things, and then, like I said, you know, just seeing where they're at and challenging them. I really, from day one, we talk about embracing the challenge and understanding that our sport is a very challenging sport with how much time we put into the pool. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to having those things take place. You mentioned about, you know, some of the other individuals. We have 2 other really great seniors who have, I mean, they're 2 of the top breaststrokers I've coached, and Emma DeCoute and Joanna Burnham. And they've both been top competitors in the conference. They tend to be strong in events where some of our competitors at conference are not. So that certainly helps also to have them back.
What about your freshmen? You have 5 very talented incoming freshmen. So do you want to talk a little bit about them?
Yeah, and actually I don't want to forget about, you know, when I was putting together the top times list from last year, some of the freshmen from last year, Allison Early really, you know, she comes from a little known area out in Montana, and she came here and just really had some excellent times. Lauren Camp, and then of course Izzy Andrasik was just awesome. She is really driven, and those freshmen now are going to put the new freshmen under their wing and kind of help them along the way. We actually have a swimmer coming in by the name of Ella Schaefer, and Ella has a very interesting and unique story in that she started here as a camper through our Nike swim camps that we've had going on here for ever since I've been here. But she started off as a 9 and 10-year-old, and not only was she a camper, but 2 consecutive years she was awarded Camper of the Week for. So she has been on my radar ever since. And when she became a senior this year, we talked to her this last season. Her 200 time at her state meet competition, was faster than what our current record is. So,
Wow.
I mean, I don't mean to set her up for any failure here, but she's just got, you know, outstanding in a number of different events, but definitely in the mid-distance freestyles,
Awesome.
which we've always had sprinters and we've had distance swimmers. We've always been blessed with distance swimmers. But mid-distance is something that we haven't really had anybody who's really focused on that since maybe Catherine Harris, who is the current record holder. So Ella's going to be quite a factor in a number of freestyle events, and she can swim a lot of other events also. And then we have a distance swimmer out of Arizona who is probably as good as Elise, as good as Izzy. Her name is Madeline Wilhelmsen, and she can be the real deal in distance events. And it's an odd combination. You don't find distance breaststrokers, but she is a top-level breaststroker also. She wants to swim breaststroke. I'm not sure how all that will work because there's only so many events, but we'll be able to accommodate that if she wishes. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Besides, you know, those two, we also do have 3 others that are coming in: Catherine Viacelli, Yvonne Botha, and you know, both of those 2 kids are going to be able to help us out. And then Ella Malone. Ella Malone is one from Tennessee. She came down to visit very early last year. And Ella, so I'm going to have a team of Ellas. I've never coached an Ella before, and now we get 2 in 1 year. Yeah, but anyway, Ella, I told her that we're really short on backstrokers. And I challenged Ella to work on her backstroke over the summer. So even though she's primarily a flyer, and we have tons of flyers, she'll get her chance to swim fly, but I think she's going to be able to help us out in backstroke also.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So then lastly, you've battled with Finley for the title. It's gone 1-2 between the 2 of you guys for the whole time that we've been a part of the GMAC. So what does the preparation look like in order to be competitive with them this year and then leading into another hopefully successful national meet at IUPUI this year?
Yeah, you know, it's interesting because Finley, you know, they're coached well. They put a lot of resources into their program, and I respect what they've done there greatly. And I look at it as we need to be as strong as we can in events where their strength is, which is typically the shorter events. And there are more shorter events than longer events. But we need to be much, much better than them in events that we tend to dominate, like the distance events, the IMs. So, you know, it is interesting. In swimming, it's one of those sports where you actually look towards your competitors as making you faster. And I definitely see, you know, our girls are faster in a conference where they're against really good competition. And I think that Finley doing as well as they've done and having the swimmers they have upped the game of many of our swimmers. So it's one of those situations that you'd love to get out there and beat them. And you'd like to stand at the top of the conference, but realistically, I look at it as we want to be better every year by getting more kids to nationals, by, you know, swimming best times, putting kids up on the top times list, and that can't be done in a vacuum with our team alone. So I really look towards the challenges that they pose. They do come here for a meet in November, and we certainly hope to take care of business here in our home pool. But yeah, and then Nationals is at IUPUI. It's a storied facility. It was interesting because Rachel Kurtz had some of our renowned sprinter, All-American, a couple of years, had some of her best meets at IUPUI for Nationals. And then the last time we were at Nationals, Elise had lifetime best. It went under 17 minutes in the 1650, and certainly that pool has been very good to us, and we're looking forward to getting back there and this year with a few more bodies, and hopefully that all comes to fruition.
Awesome. Well, Coach, thanks for being here. You guys kick off your home season on November 16th, right, against Findlay. So,
Yes.
And then you have another home meet January 11th.
Yep.
So, yeah, good luck to you guys. Go
Thank you.
Chargers.
Thank you, and go Chargers.